Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Chella. It is nice to see you. If you hear a fan in the background, that's because I'm currently exporting the last Goodreads challenge video to be uploaded today. So I'm doing that. So I'm sorry if you hear that. But I am now finally here to start the next one. Before we get into that, like usual, if you enjoy my videos, please feel free to give a like and subscribe. I would love to have you here. It really makes my day, and I love seeing you here. And let's just get into it. So I ended the last one that's exporting right now that you would have already seen before this one. I ended that Monday the 1st, and I was gonna start the next one, i.e. this one, that same day, but I didn't because the Wi-Fi wasn't working. I just wanted to do other things, so I did not. And good thing I was editing this once the Wi-Fi and stuff was back to working, so I've been working on that little by little every day except for yesterday, Saturday. Today is Sunday, June 7th. Yesterday, June 6th, me and Will went out for a day out. We went to a park, we walked around, then we went to Siam Square and walked around a little bit, and we went into Miniso Land, which was great. It was fun. We also went to Siam Paragon. Of course, well, we ate, and then we went to Kinokuniya, which I got the membership, and then I also got everyone in my family has killed someone, because I did enjoy that. You would have seen that in the last vlog. I really enjoyed this book, and I used my library, so I didn't own it. So now I have this one, and I have the second one. So I really want to read this one, but we're here to do a challenge. So womp womp, I won't be starting this yet, but at least now I have both of them that I can put on my shelves. But I also did get, because I saw these on the Barnes & Noble website before I left the States, and I really wanted them, and I was not sure if Kinokuniya would have them. So I mean, I was going to be willing to at some point get them from there if I have to, except international shipping is so expensive. Don't even get me started. But we do have them at our Kinokuniya, so I was so happy. I got the Disney mystery coloring thing. It's color by number, which I love. I am obsessed with that kind of thing, and so I did also get this. This stuff is not cheap, let me tell you. It gives me something to do when I don't have a game I want to play or whatever, and I'm excited to do that. This is Classics Volume 2. There are different ones, but I got this one because I believe it has a lot of the ones that I really enjoy. I don't like looking at the spoilers, so I just looked at a few to see which one I would really want. So I got that one, but I do plan on getting the rest of them at some point. But you know, money, you know. But I did get those. I'm excited. I do have a membership now, so I'm excited about that. We had a good time. We did also get these churros from Dolly Churro. Siam Paragon is very busy over on the weekend, so it was so bad, but we had a good time. My legs are out of commission now because we walked so much, but I'm pushing through. Finished. I did the thumbnail today. Will help pick which screenshot to use. I did the thumbnail. I have now watched over the video. It's now exporting, so that's exciting. That'll be going up today. And now I figured I might as well start this one because I do want to try to get at least some more of these Goodreads challenges done. Don't want to just give up completely. So let's just get right into it, okay? But we did have a good time yesterday. It was hot. We got a little fan too. We got a little. The only thing we got at Miniso, even though Will wanted to give me one thing, I didn't want to waste money on a plush, even though I love plushies, but I refrained, especially that I knew there was things that I wanted to get from Kinokuniya, and it's more expensive. So we got a little mini fan, portable fan, so very necessary in this Thai heat. So we got that. But let's get into looking at the reading challenges, shall we? Let's go here. Goodreads is always fun to deal with, I know. Okay, so the next one, because we did in the last video, you would have seen community picks and trending books. So marathon reader, let's look and see what the options are here. Because I only got to the 30th, so let's see what we can do. 100 doorstopper books to level up your spring reading. I already don't know if there's going to be anything under this that I will want to read or will read. Lord of the Rings? No. I do want to read it, just not right. Like, not when I have to, like, quickly get through it. Dune, I don't want to read. I do not want to read Donna Tartt. I'm happy for all the people who love Donna Tartt. Not for me. Not really interested. None of these, I'm just not really House of Leaves, no. I do have one Q84. It's behind here somewhere. It's a big book though, and I don't want to read it, so we're gonna just right past that. The Raven Scholar sounds interesting. The only thing is I did hear that, I think I've heard that it's an already established relationship, which I'm not sure how I would feel about. So we would have to see, but I don't believe my library has any copies available because I think I've looked before. Yeah. No, because only one of my cards has it, and it's like an 8-week wait. So I don't want to read Darn Tart, like I said. A lot of these are lit fic or just fiction. I know some of them were fantasy, but they're very big fantasy or sci-fi, and just not. I own Babel by R.F. Kuang, the Fairy Loot edition, but I believe that's in a box on the ocean currently. So, and I'm not really in the mood for that right this second. The Strength of the Few. I think I want to read The Will of the Many, but I don't have it in the library. It's such a long wait. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. I technically do own it on my Kobo. But yeah. So, I mean, if I have to, I'll try it. But let's see if there's anything else. I've tried reading The Night Circus before. My sister loves that book, but I could not really get really into it. It really confused me. The writing really was confusing me. I don't know. And I'm definitely never reading A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. Never gonna read it. I'm so sorry to tell you guys. But pretty much only Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil is an option. So, since I want to at least try to do all of the challenges, I guess I'll do Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. Let me just get my Kobo. I'm gonna see. Let me download it. Womp womp. Because me and V.E. Schwab have had a very not great relationship as author and reader, right? I read Darker Shade of Magic, did not really like it. I tried reading the second one, DNF'd it. I do not like Delilah Bard. I know there's a lot of people who love her, and I'm happy for you. She annoyed the shit out of me. I just could not, with her selfish ass, could not do it. And then I tried reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and that also was not for me. I disliked it. I skipped to the end, and for that ending, it was not worth it. So I have had time with them. The only reason why I have Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab on my Kobo is because my friend thought they wanted to read that as one of our buddy reads that me and her and another one of our friends does. And then they chose a different book, which was fine. But I had already purchased it, and so I have it. So I'm going to attempt to read Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil and see if I can finish it. See if maybe I will like this. It's been very mixed or very middle of the road, so that doesn't bode very well for me since I already don't have a good track record with V.E. Schwab. So, but I'm gonna give it a go because I really want to try to attempt at least every challenge. If I complete them, that's a different story. Since I do already have this on my Kobo, and I run into the issue where either my library has such a long wait list for a book or whatever, I'm just gonna try this one. I'm just gonna try it and see how it goes. I'm not gonna start it right now. I'm going to relax. Maybe later I'll start it, but I do kind of want to just watch. I've been watching a lot of Insim's old streams, especially Phasmo streams. If you don't know what Phasmo is, it's Phasmophobia. It's a game on Steam. He plays that a lot, especially with CJ and Psycho. I love the trio. I love watching them. So I have been watching a lot of that. Me and Will used to play Phasmo a lot, and then we grinded for the update, and then we kind of fallen off a bit. But it's made me want to play again, but we can't do that currently because we don't have a chair for where he has his computer. But either way, I want to continue watching that. Right now, I'm not watching them play Phasmo. I'm watching them play this random indie game that Psycho wanted them to play. So I'm watching the trio. And then I might also color at the same time while I watch that. And maybe at some point I will start reading. But it is currently the 7th of June. So I do need to get cracking on these challenges if I want to even try to complete. And also happy Pride Month. Siam Square, Siam Paragon. I don't know if Siam Paragon specifically, but Siam Square, it's like all connected technically, was decked out in all the Thai Pride 2026 stuff. It was very nice to see. There's a part that is just a strip. The ground is the rainbow. It has like the stars. It's very reminiscent of the stars on the Walk of Fame, but it's different sayings or something. Just everywhere Pride stuff. It's very good. It's very great. Pride is here. At least in Siam. I can't speak for all of Thailand, but it was very nice to see that. It was very refreshing. It's just nice to see acceptance, at least somewhere. Happy Pride Month. I'm here celebrating with everybody. I probably won't go to the Pride events, but I'm here celebrating. Anywho, I'm going to probably go do this, watch some Insim, maybe make something. But this clip is already long enough. I need to get going. These intro update clips have been so long every time. But I'm going to do that. I will eventually work on reading this. I will give it a good go, guys. I will give it a good go, but I cannot make any promises. But I'm going to get going, and I will update you when maybe I've read something. Hello, don't mind my appearance. I'm just, at home. You might see this angle a lot because this is where I usually spend most of my time if I'm not cleaning and stuff, so just be aware that might happen. But it is now the next day. It is Monday, June 8th. It is 4:03 p.m. It has been a bit since Will left for work. He left around 1 something. But of course, once he left, the Wi-Fi decided to stop working. So that did give me time to start the book. The universe is literally like, girl, if I don't push you to do it, you ain't gonna do it at all. And let's be honest, the universe is right. If the Wi-Fi didn't go out, I probably would have waited days to start this book, but here we are. I've started it. I am 120 pages into this book. It's about, on the Kobo copy, it's over 1,400 pages. Craziness. I understand it's just because it's an ebook and depending on how big I have the font, but oh my god. Guys, I will be lucky if I get another challenge in this week. Lucky. But I have started it. I am 6% in, 10 hours to go. 10 hours to go. The Wi-Fi is now back on. I could, in fact, stop reading now, but I have started the book, like I said. I've started Bury Our Bones. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. And like I said in the opening, me and V.E. Schwab have had a very not good relationship when it comes to me enjoying their books. And let me just say, again, I'm only 120 pages in, 72 pages in. Girl, I'd be so upset if I was only 72 pages in after reading for almost an hour and a half. But I am intrigued so far. I am intrigued. This is the problem I had with Addie LaRue, is that the writing is beautiful, but also says nothing. It also is too many words for what it's trying to say, and the point it's trying to get across. The thing it's trying to describe. And you could argue that This Woven Kingdom by Tahara Mafi, that series, is overly written and flowery. Yes, you can have that, but I love it. I love that one. With this, I'm not enjoying it as much in that way because of how, I don't know, it's just, there's something different with it for me on my enjoyment of those elements. Is it hypocritical. Yes, hello, yes it is. And that's fine, you know? It works for some authors and it doesn't work for other authors with me. Don't know why. I could not explain it to you, but that is how it is. It is beautifully written. Sometimes I feel like it is just too much for what it's trying to convey and describe. And it just comes across as really pretentious to me sometimes. You don't need this many words to tell me that this chick is blonde, or that trying to give me the metaphors and similes of how it feels to say this person's name, and it's just a bit much for me personally, but I'm not hating it so far. I know all that seemed like I was getting to the point of saying wasn't liking it. I cannot say I dislike it yet. The writing sometimes does make me roll my eyes a little bit, but I'm intrigued. But at the same time, let me also say, it feels like it's trying to subtly hint at things, but I hate to say it's not very subtle, at least in my opinion. I don't think there's much subtlety in what it's trying to say, and maybe that's the point. Maybe it's not trying to be subtle, and that's just my assumption and I'm wrong. I could be completely wrong, but that's just what I'm gathering. But it's not very subtle in what I believe is the case, but I'm intrigued to see the point. I'm intrigued to see what is going to happen and how these characters all come together. I know how two of them, because as of right now, I've read Maria's chapters, their first chapters, Alice's, and now I'm on Lottie's chapters. I'm in the middle of Lottie's chapter 1 of Lottie. I'm intrigued to see where it's going and what's the point and, you know, what's gonna happen, which I think is good. I do want to continue. I am not hating my time so far, so that's great. The issue though I do have is, especially with the Alice into Lottie's, well, within each of these chapters that I've read, these perspectives, technically Maria has chapter 1, chapter 2, then Alice chapter 1, chapter 2, now Lottie chapter 1, chapter 2. With each perspective, my growing issue is how similar it is feeling to Addie LaRue and some of the plot points, the things that are being said, the ideas and inner dialogue, the plot things in what's happening feel very similar to Addie LaRue. And I'm not saying it is a 1-for-1 or too much like Addie LaRue. I'm just saying that there's similarities between what happened in Addie LaRue and some of the things that are happening in certain chapters and perspectives, which is fine. They wrote Addie LaRue. That's fine. That's just a personal thing that I'm seeing, and I'm not sure. Because I did not like Addie LaRue, so I don't know if that's going to continue, if it's going to be a problem. But I'm intrigued to find out where it's going. I really, really am. I want to know what's gonna happen and how everything is gonna come together and what the point is so far. Because obviously right now it's early days and I don't really know the point yet. And I'm intrigued. I am intrigued, so I'm gonna continue reading. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna read today, even though I feel like I should dedicate a good amount of time if I want to get another challenge in this week. But we'll see, guys. We'll see. I'm just happy that I'm even reading this book. I did have a moment where I was thinking if I could just get the audiobook, even though I'm not really much of an audiobook person, so that I could color while listening to this book. But of course, the library hold for the audiobook on both of my cards is numerous weeks, and that's not gonna work out, is it? No. So here I am. I'm just gonna keep on moving on, I guess. I'm keeping an open mind. I'm that it's gonna be okay. I'm trying to give it a fair chance. I'm not trying to go in with a negative mindset, because that's not V. Schwab's fault. That is a personal preference. Okay? Okay. But I am going to continue. I'm not hating Bare Bones so far. So I'm going to continue. But I do want to talk about how, yes, Stray Kids did the governor's ball in New York the other day, and color me sad, because of course when I leave, because New York wasn't too far from the state I was in, and I'm so sad that they were so close. After I leave, you do the governor's ball in New York. So I keep seeing these shorts and clips and stuff, and I'm just so sad. But sadly, Sungmin couldn't be there, so that's sad. But I'm pretty sure that, did he get injured? I think that's what happened. But I don't know. I just want to address, I have my Bong Chan sweatshirt on. I wanted to address the fact that, yes, I know they were at the governor's ball in New York, and I am sad. But I would still choose to be here over being there. So maybe one day they'll come to Thailand so I can see them. But I'm not really that fussed. Honestly, I'm not really that fussed about concerts, to be honest. I really am not. But anyways, that was just a side tangent. I haven't started coloring. I did get the video uploaded, the first episode of this, yesterday. So that's out. And then I started going through my external hard drive to see what things like pictures and stuff that I wanted to delete, especially old stuff that I had on there. So I was going through that and then had a little bit of a cry because I saw pictures of my dear Nona that I forgot were on there. And then we were getting on a call with my parents so we could have a little chat. So I stopped doing that, and because I still had so much to go through. So I don't feel like doing that again today. I'm gonna continue reading, watching InSim, play Phasmo. I don't think there's anything else as of right now to update. I feel like I'm just going on for no reason. It's already 13 minutes. These clips, oh my god. But anyways, I'm going to continue reading for a little bit longer. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be reading, but I'm going to read for a little bit longer. And we'll see how far I can get by tomorrow, because I do want to do more than one challenge in these videos, because I do only have until the end of June, and that's going to fast approach. So wish me luck, but I'm going to continue reading and maybe coloring at some point. But I will see you hopefully when I've gone farther, and it's probably going to be tomorrow. I don't see any point of updating you today again, but who knows. We'll see if something comes up in this book that I really need to talk about. But I will see you when that inevitably happens.
What are you doing over here? Fucking creepy. Okay, you done already? I'm gonna... Anyway. They didn't look at the screen. It's like the worst room. It's not a raid. There's a lot of ghosts that we can rule out. Is it gonna be Oreo this time? Are we really gonna have like the worst trifecta of shitty ghosts there? This is definitely not a spirit, right? Is it a raid? Is it a phantom? Revenant, Onto, Dio, Raichu, all these.
Hello. It is me. If I look a hot mess, just know there is a reason, but also this is just me in my natural habitat. So mind your business. But I look a state right now. But it is now June 9th. It is Tuesday. It is 6:05 p.m. If you were watching this, who knows me and my time with V.E. Schwab. If you thought I would be coming back to you with an update saying that I DNF'd Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, I would have been with you. I would have had agreed with you wholeheartedly. No hesitation. But with a surprise twist, I come back to you to tell you that I have finished the book, and that's not it. But I have finished the book. Remember that when I said in the last clip that I probably would, read a little bit more and then do other things like coloring, watching InSim, anything else? I lied. I lied to myself and I lied to you. I just kept reading. And I kept reading when we went to relax before bed. And I kept reading while Will was going to sleep, and I finally couldn't keep reading and I had to stop. And then today, I was just gonna, take it easy. But then I did something that I never do. I have literally just been sitting here for, let me see. I sat here today for 5 hours and 36 minutes just reading. And this Kobo copy was over 1,400 pages, which is not hard, I guess, to get through, but it's over 1,400 pages. I read 700 something yesterday. I read 769 Kobo pages last night, and I had 14 in total 1,480 pages of text, Kobo book pages of text to read. And I've just been reading for over 5 hours. And not only that, in complete silence. I've not been playing anything. I've not been playing anything in the background. No videos, no music, no nothing. Literally just sitting here with the ambient noise of outside reading this goddamn book. And if that doesn't say something, guys, I am in shock. I don't know who I am anymore. This is the complete opposite of when I finished the Hannah Swenson mystery series, where I felt like a whole different person, but in the worst way, and I didn't know who I was. This is on the complete opposite side of that, the other direction, and I am at a loss for words to explain to you this book. But I have completed it, and I have rated it as of right now on Goodreads and everything that I use. I have rated it 4 stars, but honestly, it could go either way, 4 or 5. And yes, I know. Who am I? This is a V.E. Schwab book, and I was so certain I was not going to like it, which was why I had deleted it from my Kobo. I still owned it through Kobo, but I deleted it. It wasn't on my actual Kobo. I only got it back to do this vlog. I was like, that was the only reason I even was gonna read it, was because my friend was originally gonna want to read this for our buddy read it, and then we didn't. And that was the only reason I got it. I never had any intention of reading this book. And here I am, in shock, in just a state of disbelief. But for 4 or 5 stars, I am uncertain. As of right now, it's 4. I need some time to think really about it, but I wanted to come in with my fresh thoughts, because I will still hold on to what I said before when I first started the book. The writing can sometimes be a bit much, but as the story went on, I was feeling that less and less, and the words really were having an impact, and they were saying something. Was it overly flowery? Sure. But at some point, I grew to appreciate it and not mind it, which is just crazy to me. Crazy to me. Right, Mochi? Crazy. The thing is that I have heard people talk about it. People really love V.E. Schwab's books. They were disappointed in this one and didn't enjoy it. And I feel like maybe because I had such low expectations and I don't really care for their other books and works, I was pleasantly surprised by this one because it did something for me that maybe just was not this. I don't know. Just I am very surprised that I enjoy this, while a lot of some V.E. Schwab fans don't like this book. It's mind blowing to me. But I can say that this really does hinge on following these characters, and not much happens, and that is true. And could you say that the big event at the end is a bit anticlimactic and it seems too simple and easy? But for me, I feel like the biggest part of it was watching these characters from start to finish, just seeing their lives, and each of them wanted something different from the life that they had, and the things that they would do to get that, and how it changed them as a person, and what they were willing to do to get it, and what they would do to keep it. And to try to be a different person, and what it means to be forced into a situation that you didn't ask for and not be able to do it. It just, the characters are not necessarily there to be likable, and they're not there to make you want to root for them, but it just really, to me, was a character study. And maybe that's wrong, but that is what I got from it. And I will say a lot of the things that happened were, I could see from a mile away, especially the thing that was being built up over the course of the story with one of the perspectives. I knew in my gut that this is what it was leading up to. But let me tell you, when we got to that point, that it was finally when it was finally revealed, even though I knew that this was the case, I knew this is what it was all leading up to being revealed for this character. I knew it was coming. I knew it. I had a feeling that this was the big thing that they were trying to lead up to. But when it was finally done, oh boy, did I cry. It hit me. Even though I knew it was coming, it still hit me. And the words and just the emotion of it all leading up to that, the knowing didn't matter at that point, just the feeling. Like, it just hits in a personal spot. Not because I can relate to what actually happened, but the fact of it's the loving the person, family. And I literally was crying. I was upset because I knew it was coming, and I kept saying Mochi. I knew it was coming as I'm just tears, sobbing. It just got me. The knowing meant nothing at that point. It still hit where it was supposed to. And sometimes that's the case and sometimes that's not. But this book, it didn't matter. I do feel that the situation that needed to be resolved and all that stuff really paled in comparison to the point of the characters and seeing them and how they got to that point. In the climax, the big thing, it was lackluster. It left a lot to be desired. How do I put it into words? It was anticlimactic. It seemed a little too easy. It went from the very emotional thing that's being revealed to us to this quick ending of something. I think that part was not the greatest, but I didn't need it to be. For me, it was purely watching these characters and seeing where it was going to and how they all connected at the end. Again, the big bad defeat and everything kind of was pointless to me, very easily defeated, but that really meant nothing to me at the end. It was seeing everything play out in these characters. For me, it was a character study on these characters and what it means to be human, what it means to have autonomy, to have the freedom of choice, what choices you would make. If you have the world at your feet, you can do whatever you want for as long as you want, what you would do with it. At what point do you live, like whatever that quote is, where you live to be a hero or you live long enough to be the villain. Don't remember how that quote goes, but I don't know how to put it into words. I feel like I didn't even describe what this book is about, because I don't know how to describe it without spoiling things. Because there's 3 different characters that you're following, and seeing how it all comes together, I really don't want to really say much. I feel like I went into it relatively blind, and I'm so sorry. I just don't have a synopsis to give, because I don't feel like it's gonna do it justice. I feel like if you're gonna like it, you're gonna like it. If you don't, you're not gonna. And I really thought I was gonna be the person that did not, but I could not stop reading. I literally have just been reading in silence, and I hate the silence. I hate having nothing playing, but I have literally spent over 5 hours in complete silence with nothing playing, still nothing playing, and that is crazy for me. It made me feel things. I was frustrated with the characters. I felt for the characters. I wanted to see where these stories were gonna go, and I feel like that it did its job. And I understand why people might not enjoy it, especially the E. Schwab fans may not enjoy this one as much as their other works. That's fair. That is valid. But it did something for me which is so surprising. And I am glad that I gave it a shot. That, you know, I am all for being proven wrong, because I can be wrong about something. I can go in and be like, yeah, I don't really want to read that because I haven't liked anything else and I know I'm not going to like it, and be proven wrong. And that's great. I am glad that I was proven wrong, that I look like Boo Boo the Fool, because I did enjoy this book. Was it hard to read at times? Yes. Was that big emotional thing towards the end? Does it break my heart? Yes, it does. I did see it coming, and that still didn't matter. My heart still broke. And of course, Mochi has taken my spot, because that's what she loves to do. She loves to wait till I get up to then take my spot on the couch. Last night she did that too. We moved to the bed and she took up the whole couch. She's such a diva. But I could keep going about this book, but I really truly think it's more of, it might be monotonous, it might be wordy, it might literally spend a lot of time on the emotions, the things, the settings, the feelings of these characters. But I feel like for me, that is what carried the story. Just trying to understand and see where it was going. And the running theme of you may have eternity to live, but you still die at the same time. You're immortal in the sense that you live, but you do die in certain aspects. You lose your sense of self at some point, and you do rot over time. I could go on and on and on, but it really, for me, was less about the beating the big bad part and having that be an epic part of this story than seeing the characters and whether they flourish or you see them take a nosedive and turn into people that are not recognizable, or you saw them going in a way and you just wish that the characters would see it. It was, I read it in 2 sittings. Who am I? I literally started this on Sunday and it's now Tuesday. But I have been talking about this book for 19 fucking minutes, so let's move on. But 4 stars as of right now. But let me go to Goodreads. I did already put it into Goodreads. Sorry, womp womp, I know. But we shall watch the thing. Poof together, at least. It better. Yeah, 7 of 12. Oh, 7. Huh? So I did also do it was on the Pride Picks. That's what I was wondering, because it is sapphic. The book is very sapphic. So I did complete the marathon reader, which was the one I was doing this for. And then I guess I did also manage to do the Pride one, which, like I said, it's sapphic. So I was wondering, well, I know it's June, Pride Month, happy Pride, guys. If it was going to be in there, I wasn't sure. But let's take a look what the other Pride books were, because I was wondering if I was going to get a 2-fer by reading this. And I mean, I probably would never have read these other ones because they're fiction, and I'm sorry, I just don't do fiction. I'm so sorry, guys. If there's anything else I could have read, I mean, there's things I would have tried. That's not a problem. I don't mind. I love reading sapphic romances, so that's fine. Yeah, there's a lot of books here that a lot of them I wouldn't have read because they are a lot of fiction and stuff. But where does this one come in? Because I've gone, huh? How was, did I miss it? Did I just go past it? Oh, it literally was right next to the Taylor Jenkins read I just looked at. So I did get 2 for that. So Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Swell also goes with the Pride month. So I'm happy I did do a Pride Picks one. So that's 2 down for the, little did we know, 2 down. in the beginning of this vlog. But let's move on because it's already been these clips. Oh my god, girl, stop yapping. Okay, we're gonna go to editor's picks and see what we got to choose from. Again, fiction, not happening. Historical fiction, not happening. Mystery thriller. Vera Wong's, I'm still waiting. Let me check my Libby app. I'm still waiting. I'm first in line, one copy in use. So I'm still waiting for this person to be done with it. So, I mean, that's still a possibility, but we'll see. Romance and romantasy. Fantasy. The will of the many. Why? That's not enough choices. The Raven Scholar. But that's such a long book. Horror. I don't read horror, guys. I'm sorry to tell you. Science fiction. Well, that's not great. That's not great. So what I'm gonna do is put this one on the back burner for when Vera Wong comes in, and then I'll do this one for this one. So we'll save that one. I will do that one for hopefully the Vera Wong book comes in soon, so I can do that. Let's see what Books on Books has in store. See if we have an option there. And I know my options are pretty limited because of the library and what I have. But don't fiction. Is it all just fiction? Am I missing something here? The Twyford Code? Why does it have to be that one? That's not fair. I have the appeal on my Kobo. Why the Twyford Code? I wanted to read Janice Hallett's books in some semblance of order. What is this? Time for some shelf reflection with 144 recent books about books. I guess they just put them all fiction in one category. I would read the Twyford Code, but I don't. I don't. I know my library does not have. Oh, they have 2 weeks wait. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna put a hold on it, and we're just gonna move on to the next one and see what we can do, because this is not working out. So Books on Books, we're gonna. So AAPI Heritage Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month books, or you know what I'm trying to say. New fiction and nonfiction to read this AAPI Heritage Month. Fiction. Not really interested in these titles, which I know we've heard 5 million times now, but here we are. Again, Vera Wong book. Art of Kwang. I don't want to read Catabasis. I'm sorry. Immortal. I've read. Why didn't? Oh, I read it outside of these months that it was for. Oh my. That's all. See if the second Vera Wong book. Oh, of course. About 4-week wait. Well, I'll put a hold on it and we'll see about this one too. God damn, this video is proving to be harder to do than the other ones. So that one is gonna have to be put on hold for a second. Summer reading. Get ready for a blockbuster summer with adaptation reading. Great. I don't really want to read Project Hail Mary. I've read Wuthering Heights for school. Yeah, I agree. Yup. I don't really want to read. I read The Housemaid. Oh my god, already. Don't want to read Bridgerton. This really sucks, guys. I read the Thursday Murder Club. Okay, new upcoming. I'm not reading fucking Verity. Miss me with that. Or Incidents Around the House. Josh Mallerman. Is that a horror? Good Girl, Bad Blood. That's a sequel. And that's it. Of course it is. God damn it. I'm not reading The Love Hypothesis. I cannot. I've read The Deal. Oh, some of these I've already read. I'm not reading Sunrise on the Reaping. I'm not reading Stephen King. E. Lockhart, We Were Liars. Let's see. We Were Liars. Doesn't really sound like something I would enjoy. It's available, though. It's available. Fuck. We Were Liars. I'm not reading One Piece. I will stand here firmly and say I don't like One Piece. Not for me. Don't like it. I don't. Sorry for everyone who loves it. I know it's very beloved. I personally do not like it. I don't really care for it. I've watched it. I don't like it. I don't like Luffy. I'm sorry. Unpopular opinion over here. Don't like it. I know everyone loves Heated Rivalry. I'm not reading Colleen Hoover. No. Never. So it's gonna either be We Were Liars, or I'll have to see about Incidents Around the House. Even though is it a horror? Oh, is it a horror? Okay. Because I really don't want to read We Were Liars. I will go out of my comfort zone again for this video and read Incidents Around the House by Josh Mallerman. Okay, so we're reading Incidents Around the House by Josh Mallerman. And hopefully my other holds will come in. Either way, I'll be reading them this month. Hopefully they'll come in, like I said. And I'll be able to complete the other ones. But this one is going to be for summer reading. So hopefully my hold will come in for Editor's Picks books on books in AAPI Heritage. And then I can read those hopefully in this vlog, if not the next. But we've done Marathon Reader Pride Picks so far. I'm going to be reading summer reading. Why you would want to read a horror in summer? I don't know. That's just me personally, but I'm also not a horror. I'm a little bitch, baby. This has been too long. This is the vlog of me going out of my comfort zone, I guess. I enjoyed Bare Bones in the Midnight Soil. It broke me, but I'm happy that I read it. I'm going to read this next one at some point. I will come back probably tomorrow. But just know I'm only gonna be able to read it during the day. That's all I got. This is ooh. But I'll be back. This is long. I'm gonna go. I hope you're enjoying the vlog. Wish me luck. I will come back at you when I've hopefully maybe read some of this book. But I will see you then.
Pay up the believers. Diancy? Goodness gracious, what a card. I'm fucking sick, man.
Hello. It has been, I think, day or two. It is now Friday, January, June 12th. It is 11:29 a.m. I did not update yesterday. Did I update Thursday? I don't think so. Yeah, because Will's been home, so I haven't had the chance to. But I did just finish Incidents Around the House by Josh Mallerman. And I did not like it. I'm so sorry, guys. I did not enjoy it. I did have to stop reading yesterday at some point because it was making me not feel so great, which is something that I'll give to the book. It was a little unsettling, but that's pretty much it. The book, it's in the perspective of the little girl. There is this other mommy that she's talking to, and there's stuff going on in her life between her mom and her dad, and it's this other mommy is asking her if she would let her into her heart, and it's just weirdness ensues pretty much. And I really don't know how to really talk about this book because it is a thriller kind of book, so I didn't really read it what it was about going into it, so that's all I'll give you. It's in the perspective of the little girl. There's stuff happening that is weird, supernatural, whatever. I thought it was unsettling to a point, but I also feel like it was too long. And I will include the clip of me putting my rating. I gave it a 2 stars because I did not really enjoy it. I find that it was too long. I think the pacing was really weird. Not weird, but it just didn't work for me. It felt like it just didn't need to be as long as it meandered a lot, and it also repeated itself a lot, and I understand it's written in her perspective, in the little girl's perspective. I get that. But it also dragged shit out too long, and I think that there were things that just kept happening and happening and happening that just made it long for the sake of it. It's like we've gone through this same situation so many times now. Can we please just get to the end, get to the point? And all that to say, for that ending, though, I went through all of that, through all this thing being repeated over and over and over again, the back and forth, the wishy-washiness, and I get that it's a little girl, that I get, but for that ending, for it to end like that, I'm so annoyed, because it was such a waste of time. It was unsettling at times, but it felt like by not even halfway through the book, it felt like it was a time to end the book, time to have the climax and just end it. But no, there was still 3 to 4 hours left of the book, and I'm just sitting there thinking, why? What more can you possibly tell me or could happen? And the big reveals and stuff were not shocking. Also, come on, the mom in this book grated on my nerves so bad, especially towards the end with the reveals and everything. And also, why use that as a plot in the book? It just all felt unnecessary, felt so like a soap opera at times. It's just, what are we doing here? And for that ending, it's all that to say that I did not enjoy it at all. I did not enjoy it. I gave it a 2 stars, but I did complete the summer reading Goodreads reading challenge, so that's that one ticked off. And thankfully, one of my holds from the library came in, so the next one I'll be reading is the Twyford Code by Janice Hallett. I wanted to read them in the order that they published the books in, so the Peel, and then I think this one. No, this one. I don't remember the order, but I wanted to read their books in a certain order. But I'm going to do it for this sake of this challenge. But I'll be reading the Twyford Code. I know it's a mystery. I know it's mixed Media, I think. I don't remember. I watched Meg with Books, I think their channel is, read them, and I wanted to read them, so it all worked out. I wanted to read the appeal first, but whatever. So I have the Twyford Code now, so I'll be reading that, and that's for Books on Books, that reading challenge. So I'm going to be reading that, but Will was so lovely to get me 2 of the games that I wanted last night because they were on. The one was already on a sale because I had one of there's like a bundle thing with Steam. If you get one of the games on the bundle, then the next one is not full price. So that one, Retro Rewind, had already been discounted for me, and then Big Ambitions was discounted for some reason, I forget now. So we got both of those games. So I've been playing Big Ambitions. So I want to do that to kind of relax a little bit, especially since I just cleaned a bit and finished that goddamn book. It just was not for me, guys. It was just not for me, but I'm excited to get into the Twyford Code. I'm still waiting on my holds for Vera Wong number 1 and number 2 because they both fulfill 2 different reading challenges. And then the last one would be the Escapist challenge. I forget which one it is. And if those are not in by the time I'm done with this, and I'm thinking this is going to take me to the end of this vlog because today is Friday, and I'll end this Sunday or Monday depending on when I finish the book, and then I'll just start the next vlog, and I hope to complete the rest of them in that vlog because I only have 3 more to complete. So wish me luck, but I am gonna go because there's not much more to say except I did try to color in the mystery coloring, and I just don't have enough colors with me. Most of them are colored. You just know I'm very particular, and I need to get a bigger array of colored pencils with a bigger array of colors so that I can properly do it. So I'm going to be getting that at some point. But I'm going to play my game a little bit while Will relaxes and also works on some stuff that he's working on. But I just wanted to pop in real quick and be like, yeah, I did not enjoy that book. I do not like it. I think it was convoluted. I think it was trying to build something up and it just did not deliver. It was all for nothing, in my humble opinion. I understand people probably love this book. There was no purpose to it. I think there was supposed to be a message, but I feel like that got lost at the end. To me personally, I just don't think the ending really helped anything. And it was just it's for me, I went through this whole book with the mindset of something, right? And the story is telling me this, and you're growing with this young girl, and she's seeing things a certain way, and she's fighting with certain things, and then it just seems like it quickly reverted back because of the events. And I understand with the things that happened that got to that point. I feel for her. I really do. It just was. Then we did all this, why? This book could have been a novella or a short story, and it would have probably had more impact, but it was so drawn out that you kind of lose that because you kind of have to sacrifice certain things in order to get to that ending. It just was not for me. I don't personally like it. 2 stars, but I'm happy for anyone who does like it. I went out of my comfort zone a little bit, so at least it's done, and I'm going to be reading the Twyford Code, which I am excited for, but I'm going to get going. My camera is going to die, and I'm going to probably play some games and stuff for a bit, and then I'll probably pop in at some point. Will is off until Wednesday, so I'll have to figure out times to be able to update, because you know how I am, but I'm going to get going. I'm going to stop rambling, and I will see you hopefully when I've read some of the Twyford Code. Hello, I know it has been a bit, but today is Wednesday, June 17th. It is 10:02 a.m. and it's been a bit since I've updated, and I was supposed to end this Sunday or Monday, but alas, here we are, it is Wednesday, and I still have not finished the Twyford Code. Will was home until today. He's back at work today, so I didn't want to, I don't feel comfortable updating in front of the camera, and I hadn't really read enough to warrant an update, so I figure I'm just gonna continue this one until I finish that book, and then I'll start a new one and everything. And I do have to talk about the books for the next one. I'll get there, but I have kind of been reading the Twyford Code here and there. I don't dislike it. Sorry if you hear Mochi in the background. She's playing with a cap. I just can't read it for a long period of time right now. I've just not been feeling so good, but I am enjoying it. It's very eerie, in my opinion. The Twyford Code, it's written in audio files from the character Steve, who just got out of prison, and there's this mystery that happened to him when he was in high school, I believe. It's in Britain, so I don't remember what it's called. He can't quite remember exactly what happened, but there's some weirdness to his memories, and he's trying to get to the bottom of it, and there's this children's book that comes into play in the Twyford Code. That's all I'll say, because I don't, again, know what was on the back of the book. I don't want to spoil anything, but that's essentially the gist. It's just listening to his audio files that they found on his phone, and you're trying to find out what happened through that. I don't know why it's such a hard read when I've read so many mysteries recently, but something about it is just getting to me. It's very eerie, and I don't know if it's the character Steve himself and the fact that he's just a hard character to read from, and I don't know, but I am enjoying it. It's just taking me a little longer, especially since I'm obsessed with playing my game. So that's what I've been doing, and Will was home, so we were just hanging out together and all that jazz. Mochi, the fuck are you doing? She's in a mood. Anywho, so I've been reading here and there, not a lot, so that's why this also has not ended, because I don't want to end it not having finished it. But I will, and then this vlog will end, and I'll start editing it, and then I'll start the next one. Which brings me to the point of the books that I had initially put for the ones that I'd put on hold, for the ones I couldn't complete yet. I know Vera Wong 1 and 2 was on there, and for some reason my library put me second in line instead of first in line when I know I was first in line, whatever, so that pissed me off. So I tried to find something else, and there's a novella by Naomi Novik on called The Summer War that's really short, but it wasn't on my library app. It's too expensive on my Kobo. It would not be worth it, and so Everand has a 30-day free trial, so I'll just listen to the audiobook of that since it's so short. So I'm doing that. And then the other one was the AAPI Heritage Month picks. And so I changed that to a different book on my library that was at least not that long of a wait. Miss Mabel Goes Back to the Chopping Block by Jesse Q. Sutanto. So I will read that whenever that one comes in. I'm first in line. It's like a 2-week wait, but hopefully it comes in quicker than that. So that's the goal. And then I have I think Epic Reads is the other one that I'll find out whenever I get to it, which might happen if this doesn't come in and I finish the Summer War in the next. But that's not going to be in this vlog, so it's neither here nor there, but I just figured I would bring that up since I talked about it here. But that's pretty much it. It's just been chilling. We went out Monday to get me running shoes so that I can go to the gym, because I didn't have running shoes. And I got ice cream from Cold Stone that I still have in there. We just hung out, pretty much. Made a new dish for dinner last night, so that was fun. But literally all I've really been doing is playing my game, Big Ambitions. I did start the other one, but I'm so obsessed with Big Ambitions that I just went back to that one until I'm ready to move on. I might play the other one a little bit today, but I am gonna try to do an hour of reading, an hour of playing, an hour of reading, switching off. Will works until 8 p.m. today, so I got time to myself, sadly. Sally Womp Womp, but I figured I would come in and finally update this. I did one update when he was home, but he was in the bathroom during that one. So, yeah. But I'm going to do that. My mood is a little down today. I don't know why. I'm just feeling a little off these past few days. Just life, you know. I don't know. Just a little down right now. But I'm going to do that. And I will pop in hopefully when I finally finish this book. I'm not disliking it. It's eerie. I just think it might be a little too long. And some of the things I don't think needs to be repeated over and over again. Because at this point I understand Steve. And I don't feel the need to hear the same thing over and over again. But I'm interested to see what's gonna happen. And I am enjoying the book. So, I mean, I'll take it, but I think it is just a little too long for me personally. But I'm gonna get back to it and play my game a little bit. I did clean, do the litter box, and all the things that I had to do for now. I've got time, but I'm gonna get going. I hope you're enjoying the vlog, and I will see you hopefully when I finally finish this friggin' book. Hello, I am back. It is now 4:06 p.m. It is still Wednesday, June 17th. I'm just realizing it's my mom's birthday tomorrow, so I gotta keep that in my whole noggin. But I have finished the Twyford Code. I did do an hour of playing my game, but then I did in fact end up just finishing the book just now. Just a minute ago. And what a ride that book was. I know I was complaining about the length and everything, and I don't know if I still feel that way. I don't really know if I would say that it's too long, especially with how it ends. I feel like maybe, I don't know, that I'm not sure of, but I really enjoyed it. I did. I really enjoyed it, even though it was hard to read at times. I think just right now is a hard time. I'm not feeling too good. I really enjoyed it. I was actually very shocked at where it went. I could kind of see certain things, but it was very clever in the way it was done, in the way it was written, and where it went. I won't say anything more than what I've already said, regardless of how the book ends and goes. I would really just go into it blind, because I actually didn't know anything about what the book was about. I just knew it was in a different kind of medium, because this is in audio transcripts, and I guess in a way it is also kind of heartbreaking how it goes, but I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I know I said some stuff in the last clip, but I really enjoyed it. I would say it's 4 or 5 stars. I know it took me a while to read it, but not because the book is bad. I'm just having a struggle bus of a time again for some reason, but that's all that to say is I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that I can finally end this vlog and tomorrow put all of the clips onto my laptop and start editing it so I can get it out. And I do need to start the next one, which I'll be listening, because I'll be listening to The Summer War by Naomi Novik for that, which I have on Everand as I'm doing a free trial. I plan on getting a gym membership hopefully soon so I can listen to it, but I might just listen to it here soon. It's only 4 hours. I think I'm gonna go back to playing the game for a while, decide what I want to do, but I know I need to start the next vlog pretty soon, because the challenges end June 30th, and it's gonna be the 18th tomorrow, so I gotta get a step on that. So maybe I'll just listen to it at some point in the next day or so, just get it done, because it's a novella. I will be doing that at some point, but I'm gonna end this vlog here. I hope you've enjoyed it. I have now completed, I'm gonna put Twyford Code at 4 stars for now. What were all the books that I read for this vlog? I read Twyford Code. Oh, the V. Schwab Bare Bones in the Midnight Soil, which I surprisingly enjoyed. And Incidents Around the House, which I did not enjoy at all. So, what a mixed bag here. And I know Bare Bones in the Midnight Soil did 2 of the challenges. Let's see, because I do need to share my screen so you can see me update this. I'm going to put Twyford Code, like I said, at 4 stars. For now, I'm still going to mull it over, but 4 stars. And the reading challenge. That's why it's going slow. And now I've done 9 of 12 of the challenges, which was books on books was the Twyford Code that I just finished. So I have only 3 left to do. And Editor's Picks and AAPI Heritage, I have changed the books for, but we'll go more into that in the next vlog. I've already kind of gone through it here, but I look forward to that. But I have now finished Pride, Books on Books, Summer Reading, and I think it was Marathon Reader that I did Addie LaRue. So I am excited to see how the other ones fare, but I will be ending with this one here. If you enjoy my videos, please feel free to give a like and subscribe. I would love to have you here. It really makes my day, and I love seeing you here. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.